Gundam Astray Red Frame build, Episode 2.
All right.
Black Unit 01-4, Part A11, clip.
And also Part A10. Don't forget about Part A10. My goodness. Okay, anyway. Here I am. That's Part A10. Off of the A sprue, which is a multicolored sprue. And I haven't done any research on the actual manufacturing of these, but I can imagine.
Black Unit 01-4, Part A3, clip.
What I am assembling here is the RG, or real grade model kit, which is something new, and came out in 2015, last year.
Black Unit 01-4, assemble Part A3 to 01-2.
So this is the with the ankle part. You know, I noticed I would make one comment, even this being only my first Gundam, Gunpla, but this ankle thing, I don't know, it tends to fall off. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, but when you're fooling around with this thing, this used to, around the ankle, you got to watch it, and I don't know, just kind of a little hokey, kind of clips in there like that. As I said. Anyway, but let's snap this part together.
Black Unit 01-4, Part A11, assemble to Part A3.
And Part A10, I don't know. You want to know what happened? For some reason, I was calling that Part A12, and it was really Part A10 and A11. Those two white parts are going to fit in nicely around that part. I don't know why I this is in the instruction manual, I believe, the sequencing of this assembly, but I think it suggested you put E3 on the leg first, then put the A10 and A11 onto that. Anyway, that was a little overly complicated. I'm still struggling with that, as we can see here, but yeah. It's kind of fun watching me fiddle around with that thing. Fumble. Fiddle? Fumble. There. Oh. What happened? It's done. Ta-da! There you go. But no, that articulated ankle protection thing. What would you call
Black
it?
Unit 01-4, Part A14 and A16, clip.
A14 and A16 would be that little white panel-y thing. And his kneecap. And it's clipping away here. I notice I'm still using these Metal Earth clippers. And,
Black Unit 01-4, Part T14, clip.
This is a little detail. I believe it actually holds weapons.
Black Unit 01-4, Assemble part G14 to part A16.
The orientation of this part G14 is a little tricky if you have to fiddle around, but they key in things quite nicely on these kits.
Unit 01-4. Assemble part A16 to 01-2.
Key in, because that's a word, but anyway, you know what I mean. You can only fit it together one way properly. Well, like I said, you could fit it in improperly if you force it, but
Leg Unit 01-4. Assemble part A14 to 01-2.
oh, look at that, eh? Absolutely. Precision engineering, not bad for an RG. Real grade, which was a trade-off between a master grade MG and a hobby grade HG. I think I got that right. So yeah, you can check out all of the stuff on Instagram. If you're an Instagram type person, you can enjoy some still photos of this build. If you do follow me on Instagram, you can actually see the build before the video comes out in stills. So I typically post that. But here we go. Very cool looking left leg.
Leg Unit 02-1. Part B1. Identify.
Did I say left leg? I mean right leg. Now this is the left leg. Whoops.
Leg Unit 02-1. Part B1. Clip.
This is basically the same as the other leg, but you know what? For the sake of doing it, I filmed it. Might as well show it. Why not? Something could happen, or something could not happen. If you do recall, on the first leg, my last installment, there was a little bit of a mishap with some parts, but I'll tell you right now, that didn't happen on this one. No sir, no way, no, not on my watch. But there we go. Part B1, the articulated skeleton. Oh, comparison. Look at that guy. Alright. There's a lot of parts that go on a leg for one of these Astrays.
Leg Unit 02-1. Part D19 and G118. Identify. Leg Unit 02-1. Part D19 and G118. Clip.
D19. Clipping. Clipped. And another gray part. Well, I guess that is it. A multi-colored plastic kit. No glue, no paint required. And
Leg Unit 02-1. Assemble Part D19 and G118 to B1.
And that's it. I mean, you don't need glue if they fit together. You can engineer these things. That was the first connection of my first build, was that part on the other leg. And this one fits just as perfectly, of course. All right.
Lag unit 02-1. Part T116 and T115. Clipped.
As I was talking about or mentioned earlier about the sequence of assembly, it is indicated by those magenta numbers. Dink. And I will just go ahead and clip out both these parts. What I don't show is cleaning up a lot of the...
Lag unit 02-1. Assemble part T116 to T115.
What I don't show is cleaning up the excess plastic from these parts.
Lag unit 02-1. Assemble part T116 to T115 to P1.
Again, quite a mouthful, Zarvox. Okay.
Lag unit 02-1. RT18 to T117. Clipped.
And the gray part here. Yeah, we'll just move on through this foot.
Lag unit 02-1. Assemble part D18 and T117 to P1.
There you go. Just put that on and slip that. I'll show you here, for example, fitting this toe part on G117. It fits a certain way because of slots, and that ensures it only goes in one way. You can't put it in any other way. Key lock. So there you go. Still trying to figure out the best way to clean up that. I don't file
Lag
or
unit 02-2. Part D11 and D14. Clipped.
I don't use any sandpaper. Just don't like having that fine dust kicking around the model. Just hard to get rid of. I use a sharp, at this point I am using a sharp Olfa knife to try to scrape off the excess plastic left after you've clipped it off the sprue. And noticing that
Lag unit 02-2. Part E1 and E2. Clipped.
I was noticing that that these Metal Earth clippers they're doing an okay job, but I think I could do better. These are meant for cutting metal. These yellow and black handled nippers. Is that what they call them? Clippers, nippers, side cutters. Anyway. There we go.
Lag unit 02-2. Part D11 and D14. Assemble to 02-1.
So the instruction manual is not too bad after all, even though it is mostly in Japanese. There are ample images and numbers, and just kind of, it's an easy thing to do. A lot of fun. This is easy and relaxing in a weird sort of way, like a little jigsaw puzzle. So looks nice. Look at that, just like the other one.
Lag unit 02-2. Part E1 and E2. Assemble to 02-1.
So there's usually a, I guess a kind of pin and a socket that helps in the connection, orientation. And there they are. And with this, I see a very, very nice looking model. Stunning detail, yes. In fact, what the heck? Why so much? Well, because you can. And there it is.
Lag unit 02-2. Part A12 and A13. Clipped.
That's cool. You know, you think about it. A franchise was born 1979. I was very unaware of the birth and subsequent rise of Gundam, but here I am in 2016 building.
Lag unit 02-2. Part D26. Clipped.
Building my very first Gundam mobile suit.
Lag unit 02-2. Part A12 and A13. Assemble to 02-1.
I guess in 1979, it was like G.I. Joes, Barbie dolls, Cabbage Patch Kids, I don't know.
Lag unit 02-2. Part D26. Assemble to 02-1.
Well, getting very close.
Lag unit 02-2. Part E10 and E11. Assemble to 02-1.
There's big exclamation marks. Yes, getting very close to the part we all know and love. So nice details on this part here. Yes. Hopefully this is fun to watch or listen to. Because heck, I am having a great time myself. Yes, 19 minutes on the clock will say, you know what? Let's say goodnight. C'est la vie. To episode 2 of the Gundam Astray Red Frame build. Who is this little guy? This guy, Logu. I don't even know how to say that dude's name. Whatever he is very small. But see you later. Till next time.